Cooking with the Kriks. I'm Serge Krikorian, and today I have a special guest, Mary Kate. Mary Kate, tell me a little bit about your business.
Hi, I'm Mary Kate, and I am a fashion blogger at chiclittlehoney.com, and I review a bunch of restaurants around Little Rock.
And yes, you have done a review before.
I have.
Yes. And you had a nice little meal from what I understand.
Oh, the Valentine's Day package was phenomenal.
All right, we're going to start with the marinating the chicken. You said you wanted a grilled chicken, so
Yes.
I came up with a real simple marinade. It's got a little bit of olive oil.
Okay.
All right. I add a little bit of acidity, lemon juice, very simple. Again, we're using really simple, but really, really flavorful. I got a little bit of basil right here, some oregano, and we're gonna get the garlic out with a spatula. And I'm gonna do a pinch of, I've already done the pinch of salt and pepper, so we'll go ahead and add a little bit of parsley, stir this up. And then when you stir it up so that everything's in there, and then we're gonna grab the unmarinated chicken and go ahead and put it in there, and go ahead and mix it in real well. And what you do, make sure the biggest thing on this one is to let it marinate probably about at least 4 hours. Let it get all these nice flavors, preferably overnight, but I know sometimes we're in a rush. We can't do that. 4 hours in the refrigerator, we'll do it justice. All right, our chicken's been marinating for 4 hours, and we're gonna go ahead and put it in the grill pan.
Okay.
One of the things about the grill pan is obviously it's weatherproof. You can do it inside. You don't have to be outside grilling in the weather. And that's the sound you want to hear.
That's a great
It's
sound.
the sizzle. If you don't hear the sizzle, you need to go ahead and take it off, because guess what? It's not searing, it's actually baking in, and you want all these flavors to drip into the grill pan and go ahead and get it back, the smoke get into the chicken.
Okay.
And while we're waiting on this chicken, we're going to go ahead on our sauce.
All right.
Okay, I'll use the bottom heavy pan so that it just stays hot, and we're going to start with a little bit of butter. Okay?
All right.
Go ahead, if you will, stir that up. We're trying to melt that butter real quickly while our chicken's getting grilled.
All right.
By the way, with the grilling of the chicken, it takes about 5 minutes on each side.
Okay.
But we're going to do a nice little crisscross on it just to make it pretty. So it's been about 2.5 minutes. So we're going to turn it over. All right, and now I'm gonna go ahead, now that your butter's done, I'm gonna infuse a little bit of garlic in there. I hope you like garlic, by the way. I didn't even ask.
Garlic.
All right, here we go. Just a minute or two. Get all the flavors of garlic infused with the butter, and here's when we're gonna make the roux.
All right.
The roux is gonna be the thickening agent, and go ahead and stir it up.
All right.
And the color you're looking for is just, they call it a blonde roux, and just you want it to basically roast it for a little bit, just so that it takes the flour flavor out of it, so it doesn't taste like flour, and then it'll be ready to go.
Oh, it already smells good.
Oh, it does. That garlic, I can smell that garlic. All right. Well, tell me a little bit about your business.
Well, I started Chic Little Honey when I was in college, so about 6 years ago. And I just wanted a place to showcase the outfits that I wore every day. And that evolved into what it is today. I've been able to go to New York Fashion Week a couple of times, and I've been able to work with a lot of amazing companies and meet a lot of great people.
Well, I know you also have a huge following, and a lot of, I see you everywhere.
That's good to hear.
Well, here we go, right here. We're going to go ahead, and now that the roux is, go ahead and add a little bit of cream.
All right.
Go ahead and stir that up. And we're going to turn it down because we don't want it to firm up real quickly. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my Parmesan in there. Let's go ahead and then start.
All right.
So Fashion Week, huh?
Yes, that was an adventure.
It must have been an adventure. When was that?
2017.
2017?
I went February the first time, and I made my then boyfriend come with me, and he proposed at the Empire State Building.
Well, he's a very nice young man.
Yes. It was just a memory that we'll always have.
Exactly. Those are memories you want. And there we go. We just spent about 5 minutes, and we turned that around. As you can see, it's got, like I said, it's got a nice little grill char, and it's smelling really good. By the way, for the pasta, while you're doing that, just talking about the pasta, I made it just because it's simple. But all you do is put the water. You boil the water with quite a bit of salt. You know, they say salt it like the sea, and there's a reason for that, because you want for it to absorb a little bit of the salt, and also it's a lot quicker boiling point and faster boiling point, and makes it very flavorful.
Ooh.
And all it takes is just follow the instructions of the pasta, and you'll be doing fine.
Good.
How are we looking here? It's
How's
starting to
that
get
look?
warm. Well, it's going to be a few more minutes, and when we come back, we'll finish. Well, the sauce is almost ready, and let's check the chicken right quickly and see where it's at. You know what? Everybody should have a thermometer, digital thermometer.
Yes.
That way you know it's perfect. It's 170, so it is ready to go. We're going to go ahead and take this off and let it rest while we're waiting on your sauce. And your sauce is bubbling, so it's almost there.
Yep.
And I want to add a little bit of nutmeg right there. It just gives it a little bit of nice flavor to it.
And good smell.
And good smell. Let's go ahead, and we're going to add just a little bit of salt, very little.
Okay.
A little bit of white pepper. And go ahead and stir it up. We're going to taste and adjust accordingly. Sometimes we need to add a little bit more salt. Sometimes it's perfect, so just a little bit more salt. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, otherwise very good.
All right, here we go. We got that taken care of. I'm going to add a little bit more Parmesan, just fresh Parmesan grated. Just a little bit more for flavor.
All right.
And our chicken has rested. Anytime you're doing chicken or any kind of protein, always let it rest about 5 minutes or so that it keeps all the moisture in it. And when we come back, we'll go ahead and plate. All right, just another tip: if you like it a little bit runnier, you can always add a little bit of the pasta. I always save a little bit of the pasta water in case you want to go ahead and get it a little bit thinner. You can add a little bit in there. But this looks like it's a perfect consistency, so we're going to go ahead and plate.
All right.
All right, are you ready?
I am.
There we go. We got our fettuccine. And let's go ahead and grab this sauce. We'll go ahead and put this sauce on there. There we go. I'll say that's a fair amount of sauce. And we're going to go ahead and slice our chicken. And you can see now it's not losing a lot of its moisture because it's been sitting there. And there we go. Let's get a little bit of parsley. And make sure a little bit of Parmesan on top. Fresh grated Parmesan, and we're ready to go. Are you ready to try to eat?
I am.
All right, here we go. I know it's a little bit messy area, but that's okay. For a good dish like this, it's okay to be messy.
Agreed.
Let's see what we've done.
And of course, I chose one of the messiest dishes to eat.
Well, that's what it's all about. That's why we're wearing an apron, right?
Right.
All right, here we go. Man, this is really, really good.
That is amazing. That was so good.
I think a lot of it had to do because you were helping me do that.
Well, thank you. But it was definitely all of your expertise.
Well, thank you very much for being on my show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this recipe, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. I'll see you next time.